In this lesson, we will teach you how to create a raised vegetable bed. For this, you will need a digging fork, a border spade, a hand fork, a rake, and an irrigation system. First, choose a location for your growing bed. Your pathway should be between 40 and 70 centimeters wide. These walk paths will facilitate movement in the garden. In small-scale farming, it's common to have growing beds that are 10 square meters. This area creates a micro-ecosystem that facilitates plant growth and crop planting. Here, the bed we created is 2 meters wide and 5 meters long. Use wooden sticks and string to mark these measurements. If the soil is dry, water it. The soil must have an adequate level of moisture before you can dig or weed. It's best to create your beds in the spring or fall when the soil is naturally moist. To begin weeding, use the single digging technique. Now let's move on to the manual weeding. This step is important since it allows you to closely observe the bed's natural plant growth. These plants, called bioindicators, will give you information about the soil's structure, texture, and composition. Here, we have prairie soil. Use a hand fork to remove all of the roots. This will also reduce the amount of regrowth. Shake the clods to keep the soil in your bed. Here, the plants we extracted are very rich and contain organic matter. We place them in a compost pile. Now we will create pathways in the growing bed. We will single dig and weed the walk path in order to transfer the soil into the growing bed. The first 20 centimeters below the surface makes up the top layer of soil. This is where the organic matter is transformed into humus and plant nutrients. This layer also contains most of the soil's beneficial insects and microorganisms. This step maximizes the amount of fertile soil in your growing bed, where your plants will need it in order to grow. Use a rake to level the surface. Your raised bed is now ready for planting.